creativity is my religion, I'll say. I spend a lot of time writing. I spend a lot of time singing and dancing and being with people and theater and all that stuff. So this year, especially, I think that creativity really has become even more prominent in my life. You know, I knew it was always in my life, and people say, "Oh, you're so creative." And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm just doing my thing. But how I process my emotions, how I process my life is through story. You know, we are living this mythic journey, right? So let's do it. So let's say I'm feeling really bad and I don't have access to a dance or a friend or anybody, I go and I sit and I pick up the guitar or the piano or my notebook or a crayon or something, and I do something with the feeling. That's just how I am. This is what I do. So this is what I teach. You know, so let's say we it would have been really fun to write a song together at our thing, but we wrote poems and we wrote you know, pieces at our workshop. We spent a lot of time writing. So the creative process like takes the feeling, it takes the story, it takes that, maybe it's the oldest story that you have, maybe it's a new story or something that has happened in your life, and it allows you to sort of, I guess the word would be like, transmute it into something else. So let's say, okay, for example, I wrote a song. My son and I got divorced in like 2009. And I wrote a song. I felt so bad, and it took me many years to process what I had, quote, done. And I felt like deep down I had broken my children's hearts. Like I felt like I was the first heartbreak, you know, me leaving their father and us separating, all that. And I never really was able to process it in a way. In therapy, I talked about it. I was all great, and I danced it and did all the things I was supposed to do. But to really turn it into something else, I wrote a song. I took it and I wrote a song, and it's like, you know, it goes like something like, "'Cause you were made from love," and it's about, you know, you were made from love. You know, even though all this stuff happened, there was love that made these beautiful boys that I have, you know, that I brought into this world. They're not mine; they belong to the universe. But and then I said, "I'm sorry. I never meant to break your little hearts." And I wrote this song, and it totally changed my relationship with that story, because I wrote the song and I sang the song to somebody else, and they were like, "Oh my God, that so speaks to me. I got divorced." And then it starts to like ripple out. So I feel like creativity and expression connects us to our humanity and to each other. That's kind of the way I'll say it. It's like if I write this wonderful poem and I never share it, it's great. I still transmute it and process it. But if I share it, and that's the remedy, that's my new thing that I'm working on with my co-facilitator, Joy. If I share it, then it has an impact. Then it's medicine for each other. If that makes sense. I think creativity is medicine for each other.
And I also, I mean, I agree with you, but I also think that I personally believe that we as humans are here to create. Like that's our role is as creators on this planet. So so I fully agree with you about the creation process. But I do think also when you're sharing it with others, it gives it other facets. You know, again, it's like that mirroring thing. It gives it other facets that maybe we don't even see about whatever that is. So I think creating is important on your own. It's a very important thing, but I agree that once you share it, it takes on kind of a life of its own, and it may morph into something completely different, or it may even be something you may have created something that you really don't even see, or you see one piece of it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's an interesting, I hadn't thought about that sharing aspect before.
Oh yeah. The process.